elegance is rarely found in excess. More often, it is found in restraint. In the sweep of a line, the weight of a door, the richness of materials, shaped and finished by hand. The Bentley R-Type was created with this understanding. Its beauty is deliberate, its presence impossible to overlook. Comfort elevated to ceremony, motoring treated as occasion. More than 70 years later, it remains. Every bit as dignified, distinctive, and captivating as ever. The 1953 Bentley R-Type.
The Englishman may have had smaller hands. Dude, just purrs to life.
Good morning, Bring a Trailer, and welcome to this driving video of this very special 1953 Bentley R-Type.
Alright, I'm Lewis. I own Edelweiss Autowerks, selling this fine machine for a client of ours.
Oh, cheerio! I'm off to get some grey poop on. Sure you are.
Let's get this thing going here. It's kind of a hot day. The old girl really does deserve cooler climates. These English cars aren't used to this.
This vehicle is a Bring a Trailer alumni car from, I think, 2021. It should be linked in the listing back to that original 2021 listing, and I encourage everyone to have a look at that. There's some really interesting comments. The car's got an interesting history. It was originally served as a demo model for a Rolls-Royce Bentley dealership in England. It was imported to the United States in the 1960s, where it was purchased by an actor, Patrick O'Neill. He had this car extensively restored in the 1980s. That is when it was painted this striking green-yellow two-tone combination.
Out and about driving this one, a couple things have impressed me. One of the nice things about this car is that it is seemingly one of the more drivable kind of 40s, 50s era automobiles that we've had come through. The American stuff from the 40s into the early 50s, kind of rickety. This thing is, 70 some years later, still very much a frickin' tank. It's awesome.
You need to drive this thing like it is a land whale, and you are Aquaman, commanding. If Entourage was set in London in the 1950s, Turtle would be sitting in this seat.
On my travels with this vehicle, I did get pulled over by a cop in Oregon, Wisconsin, who explained to me that he was on a grant from the state doing traffic enforcement. And because he was on that grant, he did have to issue me a written warning for a taillight that was out. This is before we reconditioned the car. And the cop apologized to me when he issued that written warning. And that's just kind of the vibes this car gives off. You don't apologize to the cop for breaking the law. The cop apologizes to you for enforcing the laws.
So as you can see from the listing, this vehicle was purchased by a local Wisconsin collector in 2021. The vehicle was maintained in climate-controlled storage until it came into our hands just a couple months ago. We did some minor refurbishment of the vehicle, including new tires, an oil change. We went through some exterior lighting concerns and got all the exterior lights working. Replaced some rubber parts underneath the hood. Engine intake boot, air intake boot, for example. But yeah, it's just a great driving car. No hands.
Poutine. Grey Poupon. On lock.
It shifts wonderfully. One of those comments from the previous listing referred to this 4-speed shifter as one of the best shifting manual transmissions ever made. It's just a neat car.
Steering is a suggestion. You know, it's quite a bit of body roll, but all in all, it's okay.
This thing is absolutely, I don't want to say one of a kind, but unless you live in an area with a bunch of these, this is going to be an absolute one-of-a-kind automobile. The elderly folks love it. You're not going to be able to take this out to dinner without getting stopped in the parking lot by somebody who has a bunch of questions about it. Is that a Bentley? Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Years ago, my father and I restored a 1949 Buick that had, I think it was a 248 cubic inch straight 8 engine. This car has got a large displacement 6, and this car has a lot that reminds me of that Buick, but yet much more refined, and especially with this 4-speed transmission. Sorry, not synchronized in first.
We got synchros made out of wood.
If I compare it to that Buick, you know, this car with the if there's one thing the Buick was lacking, it's that it was way over revving if you drove it at highway speeds. This car with the 4-speed, you can cruise this thing at 65. It's a comfortable car. But yeah, just feel that smoothness shifting first to second. Now I'm in second gear, accelerating up to 40. It feels like about the right place to shift. There's third gear, just effortless.
You know, you only have so much space in the garage, and you could buy a, Chevy Chevelle SS clone, and you'd be fine. But if you pull up to your local car show, there's 4 other dudes with that same automobile. You pull up in one of these, you're the guy.
Now, this car definitely would thrive out of the city. I don't know. I wouldn't risk going into a metropolis. I wouldn't go. No, not even the tri-state area. Country.
This is a very special, cool, neat car. Just love looking out over that commanding hood ornament. Love getting in the car with the rearward hinged suicide front doors, quirky 4-speed shifter at your right hand. This is a right-hand drive vehicle, obviously.
Nice thing about this one too is the pedigree. We sell a lot of classic cars, and people always ask, do you have service records? And we often do. This automobile, it's not just service records. I'm sure you guys will see the whole binder of information. This vehicle has a pedigree. This is like buying a racehorse. Perhaps not the fastest gal at the track anymore, but still easy on the eyes.
This is a vehicle where you could hit a pedestrian and really just get away with it. They'd show up on the scene and go, wrong guy. Clearly was not the established gentleman.
And I would also say the car really has nice brakes. You get on a straightaway and I'll hit the brakes for you. So here we go. So we're tracking straight. Just gonna let go of the wheel, start applying brakes. You see it continues to track straight. No shuddering in the wheel. Again, just a really solid, nice driving car. You would not guess that this car dates back to 1953. I challenge you to find another 1953 vehicle that drives this well by today's contemporary standards.
Separate from the car, what's up with all these terrible, ugly apartment buildings? Hey guys, let's just buy up this farmland and put these jumbo, stupid, huge buildings. We'll charge $5,000 a month to live in them. Why? Anyways, back to the car.
You know, one thing I've discovered in kind of the classic, you know, luxury European world, if you try to buy one of these that's a fixer-upper, you quickly become inundated with systems refreshing, etc., etc. Buying one of these as a project is an undertaking. A lot of my clients have tried, a lot will get, you know, attracted to a reasonably priced Rolls or Bentley, and then only after the fact discover that they have purchased a vehicle that will put them in generational debt. Somebody's already gone through that with this one. Somebody with the money has already taken the financial hit here, and they did it in the 80s, back when you know, things were a little more affordable.
I love the seats. They're extremely comfortable. When you first look at them, you go, I don't know. Will my behind and back like this? They do.
You can buy this thing and you can take this out and drive it. Take your family on a picnic. Take it to the car shows. Commute in it. Show up to the office in this thing. Good luck convincing your boss you need a raise after that one.
Love this quirky locked center section of the wheel. The steering wheel turns, the center section does not. Car just runs quietly and competently, 50 miles per hour.
Yeah, I've hated quite a bit on this vehicle, and it's just because it has spited me a few times. But it's really not that bad. It drives, it stops. You just float along. If you expect nothing from this vehicle, it will give you everything. I'm a big fan of the foot vents.
It does have the vents down by the driver's feet.
Getting a really nice breeze on my lower quadrant.
On these vehicles, you know, this is a vehicle that if it was a lowly car for paupers would have grease zerks on the suspension to keep everything lubricated. On this car for fancy people, they actually have a system built in, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I would butcher the pronunciation. They have a system built into this automobile that allows you to pump a pedal a couple times. It's just to the left of the accelerator. And that will zhuzh the suspension with lubricant of some sort. I'm sure it's a huge environmental disaster. I'm sure you're killing a couple birds every time you do that. But you don't need a grease gun.
All right, let's go, people. I have a big boat here.
The restoration has held up amazingly. I mean, obviously this isn't a perfect car, and I think we did an excellent job of accurately representing the condition of the car with the accompanying photos to this advertisement. Happy to be driving it today. It's just a wonderful driving experience.
This vehicle deserves to be parked in front of a castle. Not a nice one, but a castle.
Look, I understand there's a lot of options on Bring a Trailer. You take your hard-earned money. Is it going to be this, or is it going to be an AMC Eagle? I know which one I'm choosing. We're Edelweiss Autowerks, Madison's home for classic car repair, storage, custom interiors, and consignment, specializing in Porsche. Closing soon on Bring a Trailer. Happy bidding.